Alright, welcome back to the channel. Warhammer Man back in the studio, and today we're taking a look at the Imperial Navy. Join the Imperial Navy, discover ancient Xenos sculptures, and destroy them. Kill Team Into the Dark launches us into the Stygian depths of the Gallowdark as Imperial Navy breacher teams battle the Kroot Farstalker kin bands over the Space Hulk secrets. But who are these brave men and women of the Imperial Navy? So we'll take a look at this little video showing off the models here. So we've seen the terrain already for the new kill team. Looks pretty awesome so far. And then obviously the two warbands have been revealed as well. So here we have the Imperial Navy. Overall, I really like the aesthetic of these guys. Definitely looking good. And while at first I was a little surprised to see them go into battle with the Kroot, as I just wasn't sure that Kroot were in high demand, I really do like the setup now. Now obviously squats seems like a big missed opportunity. I would think that if you were going to do a new faction or bring back a faction that no one has, the key would be that's a huge market, because the more people you can get to buy that, nobody has any squats basically. So, you know, that's a huge selling point. But for whatever reason, GW did not go that route. The idea being that, you know, essentially anybody that plays Kill Team that picks up this box set would end up with a squad of scouts, or I'm sorry, squats, and then end up painting them and then potentially, you know, getting into the army after they have their foot in the door. But I don't think we're going to see like a full Kroot army in the future or anything, nor do I think the Imperial Navy is going to be its own faction by any means in like big 40k. So again, this seems like a big missed opportunity, but we know that GW and the hamsters in charge are not particularly business savvy, let's say. They are good at making awesome models, though. I will give them that, of course. So here we have a couple of the guys here. So we have the Navis Armsman. So pretty cool. You don't really get any particular like specialty from this guy. Definitely like cocking the shotgun, which is pretty cool. Like mid cock, you can see it's ejecting the shell out the side, and obviously it's in like the pulled back position. Very cool. And then in front here we have the Navis Armsman as well. So this one kind of just marching forward. Pretty cool. I do like the models there. And then the Navis Grenadier. Very cool. A little more heavily armored. Obviously like some kind of blast protection. We have seen previously like crack and frag pretty much on the Grenadiers. Maybe he will have something different. Possibly like, I would think something like a flashbang or smoke would be particularly effective. Like in close quarters in a spaceship. But, you know, crack and frag would be pretty good. We do notice he has a different style of helmet as well. Overall, though, all three of these models, awesome looking. Very, very cool. And then we see the Navis Gunner. So originally, at first glance, I thought that was a las cannon, which didn't really make much sense. But people quickly pointed out for me, one of the things I love about the community, that it's more likely a scatter laser, which makes much more sense. You know, las cannon would definitely be overkill in Kill Team, as where the scatter laser could definitely do some damage there. Again, really nice looking model. And then we see up front the Navis Sergeant at Arms. So nice looking. We see our first melee weapon, the sword on the side, and then a bolt pistol. You know, holding the helmet. Pretty cool looking overall. Nice looking model again. Good stuff. And then the Navis Surveyor. So obviously has like sort of an Auspex type deal going on there. Again, really cool. Definitely love it. Definitely a big fan of these models. Alright, then the Endurant in the top left corner. This one has like a full-on like riot shield, and then the shotgun is like right in a slit perfectly. So obviously we saw something similar to this with the Blooded Trader Guard. So I'm not sure if it'll be the same type of rules where basically anybody behind them gets like bonuses. But this guy loses like a little bit of movement, kind of just, you know, holding the line or like marching forward. But really nice overall. And then we see the Navis Hatch Cutter. So this one basically has like a chain fist. Very cool. I guess for like getting over those locked doors or sealed hatches. And then we see again, as opposed to like the shotgun we've seen a couple other places, a pistol here. I would imagine this is a pretty formidable combat weapon. Probably going to be like -1 to hit, but hit pretty hard when it does. And then last here is the Navis Axe Jacker. So just got a double-handed axe. So this is like, now we've seen basically like 3 different potential combat units. So they appear to be mostly shooting. You're pretty typical like breakdown of a kill team with some minimal combat. And obviously they are Imperial Navy, but appear to be like similarly armored to guard. So I'm expecting something around probably a 5-up save, maybe with a couple of them having 4-up saves. Possibly like the Grenadier with the extra armor, or the shield guy right here, something like that. So good looking models though. I really do like them overall. And then we see the hatch cutter once more here. And then we see the Navis Geist skull. A little like kind of scout servo skull with a bomb. And looks like that one's going to be like remotely triggered. Pretty cool overall. And then finally the cat unit, CAT, which is just a little bit of like a scout. Possibly gives like some benefit to some of your other guys by like identifying where the targets are, etc. Good looking stuff though. Really nice models. Overall good aesthetic. The best part is, you know, there wasn't some massive build up to the models. It was a total surprise in my opinion. I didn't expect to see these. I had guessed that we were actually going to see the Starstriders come back, which these are pretty similar in overall aesthetic to the Starstriders, like eerily similar. But I do really like them. I mean, I really like the Starstriders. I like them all. They're killing it. Great looking models. Nice paint jobs on these as well. I really like it. The boots are definitely a little something different too. I picture like those gravity type boots where they can like lock onto the hull if they don't have gravity. Pretty cool. I don't know if anybody's ever seen the old movie, Nicolas Cage, John Travolta movie, Face Off. But like in the prison, they have like these boots and they basically can like lock them down and all of a sudden like electromagnets activate and they're like locked to the floor. I would imagine it's kind of like something like that on a spaceship with no gravity. But that is completely made up, so. But good looking, great looking team overall. Really like this. This new kill team set looks awesome. Again, I think it's a missed opportunity with the squats, but that's okay. Maybe they have something even better planned. The Imperial Navy, I would imagine it's going to be squats versus Tyranids in one of the expansion boxes. You guys can mark that one down as my official prediction. The Imperial Navy is the physical manifestation of the Imperium's power, from hulking Emperor-class battleships to agile lightning fighters. The vessels of the Navis Imperialis enforce the Emperor's will and secure void supremacy across vast expanse. The Navy patrols interstellar shipping lanes, transport warriors to battle, and engage enemy starfleets. It can even destroy whole planets. So pretty cool. Great looking art too. Make no mistake, the Imperial Navy is truly colossal. It has to be, the whole Imperium to defend. The Navy splits its attention between 5 immense galactic regions known as the Segmentae Majoris, each under the command of a High Lord Admiral. These great territories are then broken down into more manageable sectors and assigned a battle fleet, each named after the war zone it's sworn to protect, such as the renowned Battlefleet Gothic. Oh, very cool. Okay, so that is where like the Battlefleet Gothic name comes from. Very, very cool. Yeah, so I guess that Gothic is one of those sectors. If anybody's familiar with a little more of the lore, feel free to share that down below. Again, really nice looking piece of art right here. Super, super cool. Very, very cool. Battlefleets comprise scores of immense warships and countless support craft, from nimble frigates to massive battleships. And on each ship, hundreds of thousands of souls toil under the harsh disciplines of the Navis Imperialis. From command ranks and crucial specialists like astropaths, the navigators, down to the lowly gunnery ratings of a ship's crew. Every voidfarer has a vital part to play. Again, nice looking art. Some cool stuff here. It's safe to say we've not seen many miniatures representing the dutiful crew of the Imperial Navy before. Long-serving veterans may remember the downed pilot as part of the Battle for Macragge set, but other than the unlucky crewsmen and some members of the High Command, and technically the pilots of the Aeronautica Imperialis, who fall under the Navis remit, that's about it. Yeah, I do remember this guy and the old crashed, Aquila. Never really impressed with that model, but for some reason people just absolutely loved it. That was like the first time we ever saw like the little power cores too. Oh man, these models were so terrible. Really makes you appreciate the new stuff And when I say these models are terrible, I'm referring to the Space Marines, because we still have the same Gene Stealers and Termagants from way back when. These Termagants were actually slightly different, but basically the same. And there was like spore mines in the set. Oh yeah, there's one creeping down here. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, honestly, the Space Marines held up okay, but the Tyranid models have held up like phenomenally well. I mean, they still look amazing. I do hope we get some kind of new Tyranid models though. I mean, we've got a lot of new units, but not really like remastering of the old stuff. Some cool Gene Stealers are like maybe a Gene Stealer like upgrade sprue would be pretty neat. While famous boarding actions of the 40 focus on the Adeptus Astartes, the lion's share of the ship-to-ship assault falls on the broader shoulders of the Imperial Navy's breacher teams. While they have been present in the rich lore of Warhammer 40,000 for decades, and we've seen some fantastic illustrations of the Imperial Navy with Into the Dark, we can now finally use them in our battles. So here we see they're like loading up a ship with cargo and everything. And then this is like some OG art right here. You know, they really did nail it too. I mean, the helmets are like look perfect compared to the old art. Oh, that's cool. And then here we see one with like the visor flipped up. Very nice. Nice looking art. Nice looking models. They definitely capture like the old look of them, but make them look good. Like, you know, up to date. The fantastic new range truly does justice to the finest traditions of the Imperial Navy, showing not only their baroque yet functional styling, but also demonstrating just how lethal these guys really are. Stand aside, Space Marines, you won't be needed on the Gallowdark. As we get the new Space Marine bespoke kill team. Oh, they'll be there. Clad in void armor to protect against the crushing vacuum of enemy fire and armed with the finest weapons the Emperor or at least the Quartermaster can provide. The Imperial Navy breacher team can be assembled in a variety of ways to take on the enemy with the right tools for the job. Get up close and personal with shield and shotgun, or stealthy scout out the lie of the land with the help of a disposable cat unit. Nice looking team. I think, what did it work out to? I think 10 and then 2 specials. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 10 models, the cat and the skull. There's the cat. Still interested at these bases. Very, very interesting. I wonder if these are going to be, like, instead of like slota bases, I wonder if they're going to be the kind of like push in with a little peg, and then there's going to be like these tiny little rubble piles. I don't know. It's very strange. I don't know why I'm so interested about these bases. I'm not particularly impressed by them. I'll definitely do something better. But I don't know. I feel like the Sector Mechanicus bases would go like perfectly. That would be like phenomenal for these, but interesting. With such a glorious legacy to uphold, you can be sure that the Imperial Navy will fight tooth and nail for every inch of the Gallowdark. Yeah, so very nice. Definitely looking forward to these guys. Obviously, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Share them with your friends. Obviously, really helps out the channel, and it's absolutely free. If you also are new to the hobby and have any questions or anything like that, looking to get into Kill Team, obviously a new edition or season is a really good place to start, as it will include the core rulebook as well as all of the new rules for like indoor fighting, and then you have your 2 teams and everything else needed to play. So this will be a nice starter set. My speculation is it's going to run $230 because that's what the new warcry starter is, and warcry is sort of like the test bed for Kill Team. So I expect $230 for this. Definitely a little more than I would like, but it is what it is. But exciting nonetheless, and especially for 2 new teams, like completely new models and everything. At least it's not like the old half-arsed upgrade sprue on one of the teams. We get 2 full teams. So obviously make sure to like and subscribe, share with your friends. If you do enjoy these daily videos, reactions, reviews, news, painting, modeling, conversion tutorials, obviously we show off commissions as they leave the studio. Typically every Friday we'll have one of those videos up, or some form of painting or modeling tutorial. And then, of course, we do everything from Warhammer 40,000, Kill Team, Necromunda, Age of Sigmar, Warcry, and some Horus Heresy as well. Let me know what you think down below. Are you most excited for the new setting? Are you excited for the Imperial Navy or the Kroot? Are you excited for everything? Are you just overall unimpressed? Always like to hear back from you guys. So that is it for today. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm out of here.